Hi, this is James Smith at GANanalysis.net. Today we're looking at the NASDAQ 100 index. We anchor from the low here back in October of 2022, and then you count 45 weeks forward, you get a higher low. 45 weeks back, you get a high. You can see it works backwards and forwards from the anchor. So here's a high, here's a high, here's a low, here's a high. And going forward, you got a high here and a high here. And the important thing is to focus on what's happening next week. So 45-week cycle is a big cycle for GAN, quite important. What is going to happen next week? Well, given the fact that we've rallied into this turn, it's pretty obvious it's probably going to sell off. Anything's possible with the markets. You could get an accelerated move to new highs. I really don't think that's going to happen. The more likely scenario, if you rally into a turn, normally you should sell off thereafter. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a correction. You can also sort of visualize if this is the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder forming here next week. You know, it looks to me like it's getting ready for a head and shoulders. If you want to draw the neckline here somewhere, then you start breaking down. I think it's going to be a big break. And, 45-week cycle next week. So you don't have long to wait, and you can watch and see what happens. It's not that GAN cycles work 100% of the time, but they work more often than not, so that's why we follow them. And what I would like to tell you is that time is more important than price. You can say, oh, look, we've rallied so much, we must go to new highs. That's not the way cycles work. The cycles indicate that if you get a strong rally into a cycle, you're more likely to turn down. So you might be excited about the UK deal. You might be excited about the fact that stocks have rallied here Thursday, but honestly, I'm not impressed at all. I'm more interested in what happens with China. I don't see a trade deal with China, and I think that the market's going to come to realize that hey, we have a permanent trade war with China, and there's no deal in sight. I just don't believe it. I think once the market realizes that, stocks go down again. So keep an eye on the NASDAQ 100 index next week. Remember, in a tech stock bubble, tech stocks, when the bubble pops, tech stocks suffer a lot. You're not going to get a soft landing after a tech stock bubble. It just doesn't work that way. So just as you saw a major correction for tech stocks after the first tech stock bubble, you're going to get a major correction for tech stocks after this second tech stock bubble, which popped back here. The first leg down is no big deal. You get a rally back. The real selling is yet to come. Keep that in mind when talking heads on CNBC tell you to buy tech stocks. Everything's good, everything's back to no. It's not good. You need to beware. You need to raise higher levels of cash and be on guard for the next leg down, which I believe will be quite vicious. Now, I have arrows down to here. That doesn't mean it stops here. That's just the obvious support, a former high. It may go all the way down here. We have GAN square of 9 levels that we're going to watch all the way down. And if you become a client, what we'll do is we'll show you those GAN levels, and we'll also show you the cycles that indicate when you're likely to see a bottom. So not only can you catch the move down, but you can, more importantly, figure out when to buy again. That's the important thing. You have to know when to sell and when to buy. So if you're interested, go to the website, www.gananalysis.net. Hit the shop button in the upper right corner. Try it out for 3 months. I think you'll find it's worth the money. And at the very least, just register to the website and you'll get a few free reports. You can sort of get to know how GAN works. So good luck with your trading. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.